And staying safe and healthy in this heat is something everyone needs to keep top of mind.
Fox 5's Regina On shares how the most vulnerable population needs to be even more cautious and aware.
It's no surprise, one step outside, the heat will hit you. With triple digits expected for the next 2 weeks, vulnerable people like seniors need to stay well hydrated and prepared. Recently, a 65-year-old died from heat illness after driving through Death Valley, and a 57-year-old woman died from heat illness after hiking through Grand Canyon. Dr. Ketan Patel, a UMC emergency room physician, says it's important to plan ahead and pay attention to yourself.
There's no absolutes in medicine, and it is commonly thought that a lack of sweat and only that equates to heat stroke. That's not accurate at all. You can still be sweating and get heat stroke. You just have to trust your body, know your symptoms.
Patel says even young people can get heat stroke or illnesses, but with seniors, a combination of underlying conditions and medication can exacerbate your time in the sun.
They're also going to have probably more chronic illnesses just to begin with, like high blood pressure, diabetes, and all the things that come with it, including strokes, heart attacks, things like that. And we know for a fact that heat and increased heat or extreme heat can trigger more incidents of those events.
He says you want to be hydrated, avoid drinking alcohol, and if you're going to be out, let someone know. But overall, if you can't avoid going outside at all during extreme heat, you should stay inside. Project Reach is an organization that helps seniors navigate life and even offer help with utility bills. Erin Kroliskowski with the organization says along with cooling centers like libraries, seniors should utilize their community, friends, and acquaintances, even neighbors, to let them know where you're going.
Stay hydrated during these very intense warm periods, especially when we hit triple digits. We often say that if you're bringing along a bottle of water, it might not be enough. You might want to bring 3 or 4 bottles of water, especially when the temperatures get so high.
Regina On, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.